Hey guys, there's just something that I feel is really important that everybody should know. Um, if you into your research as to what's going to be going on prophecy-wise, um, stick with the Bible at all times because at the end of the day, um, I think what we need to take notice of is things like the fake rapture. There's nothing like any kind of rapture till a certain period of time. You know what I mean? So the rapture is not going to happen any second now. It will be a false rapture. It will probably be this UFO business that Satan and his cronies, the government, have been up to, and these Illuminati enlightened ones have been up to. Yeah. So basically, I think what you'll find is when this kicks in, like they'll say, oh, this is a UFO disclosure, this is proper, this is like big time. We got like Satan coming down looking like a rapper, you know what I mean? All the bling all over the place and glitter and lights and all the rest of it and blah, blah. But once that actually comes out, there's going to be events that come out that he's trying to replicate from the Bible to usher in a false Jesus, etc., etc. You're going to see events happening before the biblical events. Sometimes he gets it a bit wrong. They sort of, because of his agenda, he'll mix them up, you know what I mean? There's sometimes they're not in queue. So like the Bible will have it like, you know, you've got the peace agreement, you've got third temple, you've got certain things that go in an order, you know, the mark of the beast is going to be issued halfway through the tribulation by the looks of it. It causes everybody to, you know, receive the mark in the right hand. You can't buy or sell without it, or in the forehead. So you've got a certain order of events that's in the Bible, right? So if you see something and in your gut you feel that it's not right, it probably isn't. It's probably Lucifer that's behind it. Now, why I'm saying this now is there's a sense of urgency. I think they're going to come out with something very, very soon. So what you need to remember is if it is in line with Bible prophecy, and you've got to study hard, man. You've got to study hard. If it isn't in line with it, yeah. If certain events haven't occurred before something happens, right? All of a sudden something will happen, they'll stage something, you know what I mean? You'll be like, hang on, wasn't a temple meant to be rebuilt first, and wasn't there meant to be a peace agreement? You're going to see all this. You're going to see all this. Ask those questions. If certain events that are in the Bible haven't taken place, and all of a sudden you see something way out, or a currency change, or something like that, you know what I mean? The main one is going to be your fake Jesus, the false prophet, the rapture, the fake rapture. You know, there's all sorts that's going to be in your face. So if you read the Bible, what it actually says, when Jesus comes back, what is it that he's going to be doing? Okay? Is he going to look like he's just used some good shampoo? Or is he going to have to sort things out? Excuse me. Full of That's the question you've got to ask yourself. Now that is the big one. That is the big one. So they've got like Jesus, fake Jesus, coming down with his hair, all smart, all lovey-dovey. If you think that's going to happen, you better read the Bible, because he's coming to sort things out. He's got different plans to what these fake religions keep coming out with. Do you know what I mean? We're going to look out for an airy-fairy sort of, you know, nice hairdo type of chap. Nah, it's not the one. Yeah, he's coming back. He's coming back to sort things out. He's got to take it all apart and put it back together again. So, if there's one thing that you must ask yourselves, what is it within its nature? You know, when you see certain things happening, because when this comes out, it's just going to be one thing after the other, right? And as I say, it doesn't always get the sequence of events right, so that's a good giveaway. You go, hang on, this ain't nothing, that ain't nothing, that shouldn't be coming yet. That's not what's in the Bible. You'll know it's in. So it's that kind of discernment that God's given to people, you know, so we can work it out. But this is so important. This is so important. It's such a plagiaristic so-and-so, like he's trying to rip everything out of the Bible, names, events and everything. But his are a bit muddled up because his own agenda won't allow for it to stay in the same order as what our Lord has been telling us. You see what I'm saying? His agenda is obviously different to God's agenda. You see? So you will know that, because things won't look right. You'll feel it. You go, well, hang on, that ain't right. No. So anyway, I'm going to leave you with this. And whatever you do, just keep an old King James near you. If you see something major like happening, which you will do, you'll see they've got the technology to make the moon and the sun go the desired coloration, like the blood red and sackcloth, black as sackcloth, etc. You're going to see all this. They're going to fake it all. You're going to get 3 days of darkness. Pythagoras, these New Age people keep talking about it. I mean, that princess of Japan with her little pigtails on her head, she was talking about it. She was going, oh yeah, we're going to get transferred it to inner Earth. I don't think they can work out which they want to do with people. Abduct them and fake a rapture, or take everybody underground into a so-called inner Earth existence. I don't think they can make up their minds what they're doing. It's just not a straightforward plan. I suppose at the end of the day, they've just got to deceive and muddle everybody as much as possible, and muddle them up like, and muddle all the information up so nobody knows what's happening. Because what happens is when that all comes out, all this UFO, we've got aliens and we haven't. But as soon as that all comes out, it's just going to be one thing after the other, so people can't think for themselves. Now, this is vital. This is what you've got to think about. Right? It's going to be so fast, and it's going to be one thing after the other. As soon as you've got 3 days of darkness, mate, you're looking at the Antichrist, because the first set of the 3 days of darkness is going to be fake. It's going to be staged, and they can do it. They have the technology to do it. They reckon they're going to do it on the 21st of December, so if you can stock up, get your water in, get your water. I'll just hired another room, like, you know, where I am. It's a smaller room, but like, you know, I'll just chuck all my stuff in there now. It's not under my feet in my room. So stock up, man. Get your water supplies in, freeze-dried foods. And if you're worried about meat, get jerky. Get jerky, because that keeps for ages, mate. Just get packets of it. You're going to get like your proteins from that. So your jerky's good to go. You know what I mean? It'll last you about a year and a half before you need to eat it. And then just rotate your food, make sure you rotate it. I'm not one of these people that think I know it all and I've got everything, because I'm way behind schedule, but I'm getting there. So, right, chaps, this is what's going to basically go down. I don't know if they're going to stage it on the 21st, but it's looking like they might. They've got to do it at some point, and, you know, they're going to make it look like, oh, it's Jesus' birthday. It wasn't. You got all these Christians going around like with phallic symbols in their homes and everything, and it's really an abomination to the Lord, to be fair. And they're going, yeah, but I like to celebrate Christmas, really. Okay, you want to play around with a phallic symbol in the home? You want to, you know what I mean? Do you really know its meaning? Yeah. So yeah, it's quite spooky when you find out the meanings of things. Like Halloween. Oh, that's terrible. That's horrible. That's a horrible origin. You know what I mean? You look back at that route, you know, it's like you go down that rabbit hole. It ain't nice. Right. Anyway, seriously, start praying for each other, because I think this thing is about to kick off. It really is about to kick off. And if you don't believe me, whatever, that's cool. Keep your eyes open. There's going to be a lot of weird things coming your way anyway. So if he's going to be staging his lives as well, and it's always going to be before God's, guarantee it. And they're just slightly out of order because of his agenda. It won't fit if he tries to keep it in the same order. It won't fit with his agenda. So just remember that. So every time, look in the Bible. If you believe in the rapture, just suss out where it comes in. Suss out where it. Read it, man. You got Harvey balls. There's nothing that says that we're going to get taken out before a certain period of time. And then you'll see it. You'll see when we get taken out. You know, there'll be a whole chunk of us taken out. But there's some that will be remaining, because I think it was Paul that actually described, Paul in Thessalonians, he said, and those of us that remain, which strongly indicates that there will be some Christians still left. Found this 17th century Bible. There we are, found it. It's 1 Thessalonians, chapter 4. Here. 16 and 17. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of God, and the dead in Christ will arise first. First. I've been underlining a lot in here, so it's a small Bible as well. I'm getting old, my eyes ain't really good. Right, this next verse is important. Then we, which are alive and remain, shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. And so shall we ever be with the Lord. Okay? So there's going to be all those that died for not taking the mark, and there's going to be those that survived and managed to, stock up and everything, so they don't need to take the mark. They've got enough food, they've got enough, they paid the rent well in advance, you know what I mean? They don't need to have the backup. Some of us will run out before the 3.5 years, and I think the Bible states there's a few more weeks over that as well, because if you read in Daniel where they actually mention the days, there's a little difference between one patch and the other, when he says, well, blessed is he that makes it two. That's right, I'm just having a quick look while I talk to you, because I'm okay versed. I've been around a bit on here, so I know kind of where the scriptures come from, and I've done markers on the side to just let me know where they're talking about the days. If I can't find it, somebody give me a knock and let me know. But I should be onto it any second now. It's just in case. No. What is somewhere? It's talking about a politician coming in for a term of 10 years as well, which threw me out a little bit. It's not me, someone's having a rave. I'm sure it was Daniel that come out with this. How come I can't find it? I think I'm going to have to get back to you on that. I did mark it on my pages. I've remembered the other one for you anyway. It's just that, if everyone was going to be raptured, then why would those that are still alive and remain be around to be taken up together with the ones that were resurrected? So, and that falls in line with Revelation. And then you see in Revelation exactly what time period that falls into. It's not the rapture that people are hanging on to. Yeah? That's no way. I'm not a celebrity, get me out of here. This is like, a lot of things got to happen before anyone's taken out. You're not going to get away with just walking around scot-free, otherwise you wouldn't have no point doing a 7-year tribulation to try and filter out who his people are and start moulding them and shaping them as he explained he's going to do. He started that now, by the way. I can feel my backside getting sore sometimes when he kicks it. Got to be done. Our Lord has to put us right. Still trying to find it. I might have to get back to you on this. I thought it was 11 as well. No, can't find it. I will do. Might be Isaiah or Ezekiel. I suspect it could be Ezekiel. Right, I'll come back to you on that one. Let's try and find this other one in Revelation now. Just backs it up about this, the time period. Where he goes, this is the first resurrection. But the rest of the dead lived not until 1,000 years were over, were finished. This is the first resurrection. And I saw the souls of those that were beheaded for the witness of Jesus. This is in Revelation chapter 20. I'm on verse 4. For the witness of Jesus and for the word of God, and which not had worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. So he actually said in their hands. So this mark goes in your hand, not on it. It's in your hand. Okay. If they do the quantum dot, they've only got to put it on your hand and it'll go in your hand. Because the quantum dot is nanotechnology, and the way nanos work, they cling to all the cells in the body. They have to travel around the body. You know, I make colloidal silver, and you break the silver down to its molecular structure. You know a little bit about how it works. It's nanotechnology also. You know, they're little machines within each one. It's crazy. Look them up. It's good. It's pretty good the way that's working. That is a miracle of God. Seriously, look at a nano and how tiny they are. You know what I mean? And then you look up close, like magnified so many thousands of times. You've got little cogs. It's like a little motor. It's really good. It's cool. Look into it. Nanotechnology. Yeah, you'll love it. So that's just a little bit that backs up what time period, you know, everybody gets resurrected. So, you know what I mean? And, you know, if there's a point everyone's going to get resurrected, where does this rapture come from? Because that's like long after a long period of time. It's chapter 20 of Revelation. There's a lot that's gone on before this, and they want out of it. They think they're going to get raptured before any of this, and there's nothing that states that they're going to get like raptured out of here before this. So why would there be a mass resurrection at the end of the 1,000-year period if everybody was all taken out anyway? Yeah. So, right, there you go. So that's that. And the rest of the dead live not again until 1,000 years were finished. This is the first resurrection. So it's just, you just got to look at everything and just keep check on it all the time. It's crazy. You're going to get all this like, I think he's laying all the groundwork. Satan is, he just lays all the groundwork for all the rubbish he's faked. He's going to every religion now. He's making himself a right pain in the rear, basically. It's just everything's all muddled up now. He's laid all that, so the foundations are laid so that when these so-called aliens arrive, these like weird DNA crossbreeding types and all the things that he's abducted and started doing. Sorry, I can't. He gets me wound up, man. He's sick. I don't want to go down that avenue. I don't want to go. He's crossed DNA and all sorts, like, you know, a lot of abductees sort of are told that they've got to have the DNA sample, like, you know, and that's it, and they'll put them back. That's what happened to me when I wasn't with God. Yeah, well, I knew all about God, but I wasn't with him at the time. I got taken out for like 3 days. There was marks on the roof, on the ceiling, I mean, all sorts went on. So, but that's what they said, and I just felt like I'd been suffocated. My daughter was like paralysed and kept in a room. She couldn't come to help, like, but she knew what was going on. That was the weirdest thing. My eldest daughter, she knew everything what was going on. So anyway, yeah, that's what they always say is like DNA samples and things like that, and they just do what they want now. They're getting more vulgar about the Disneys. You've got to stay with God because you could end up one of these like people that are abducted and butchered. Because like, the closer you get to God, the more you mess it up. If you just mess it up all of a sudden, like when He's told you, it's like, I don't know. It depends where you hang after that. You know what I mean? Whether you admit your sin and get on with it and sort it out, or what. You know what I mean? As to whether He'll just let you go or not. Because I was taken out, man. I was taken out 3 days. Not for 3 days solid, it was just consecutive. Because one day I went to bed, the next day I went to bed, same happened, they put me back. I lost a year. It just went really weird, and the time went really strange. I was like relating to everything that was like a year behind. So it was like, it just totally disorientated me for about like 6-7 years. But I'm on track now. I did get in touch with a lot of researchers and told them, I says, they're demonic, you know. Yeah, I've understood a lot about prophecy and everything, but I've had to get my own life together and sort things out, you know what I mean? And make sure I don't go on any old tracks like that I used to be on and all that, like cleared all the crap out of my life, do you know what I mean? I said, look, Lord, I've given myself to you. I don't want to embarrass you or anything like that, you know, with anything, you know. Sometimes I get a bit vexed and annoyed at the daftness that seems to be catching on. You know, it's like Satan's working on all these different people out. You got like the stupid, the ones that don't want to work their heads. All they do is like just have sex all day, every day. There's those kind of people. He's worked on them. That's it. You try and talk to them, even when this all comes down, they're not going to even know what you even are talking about, yeah? And then you got the people that, like, you know, hate women or something like that, and, you know, you got a whole flipping Islamic state that seems to hate women, you know what I mean? You see what they do to them? So he's working on them. I can't even get a taxi in peace now. They're setting on me. It's a Muslim family that run it, but I need a cab to work, so I carry a lot of stuff in case, like, the energy goes down. I've got all my fire and whatnot, you know what I mean? But I don't want people touching my stuff, so I tend to take a lot with me and then bring it out, so I carry it everywhere. Basically, that's about the size of it. Anyway, I'm going to leave that with you, but please take notice. Just always remember the events are never the same as the Bibles. They're never in the right order. They're not in the right order. They juggle them around a bit, you know. It's not because they're messed up. It's because Satan's got his own agenda. So one thing will have to come before another within, because it's different, you know. Different agenda. So just keep looking at the Bible each time and just keep referring to it, you know. That's all you can trust. And ask him for discernment, you know. Ask him, because he's given me a lot. He's shown me stuff. I asked him why he was angry one day, and the stuff he directed me to was horrendous. It was horrendous. I wish I hadn't asked him. Watch what you're asking, yeah. Anyway, I think it had to be seen. I think I had to understand his anger and you know, what's been going on, and it just went to a weird, I mean, a real sick extent as to what, you know, of what's been going on. I've seen some dark stuff. Anyway, just watch what you ask if you ain't prepared for the answer, because like God has a way of showing you big time what the answer is. You ain't going to get it in halves. You ain't going to get it in halves at all. You're going to see it. I did. And ever since, my skin's been crawling. Little snippets as well, you know. It's like where I could have got into trouble and done something wrong. I've heard two phrases coming out. Little phrases that sounded like Lucifer. And I was just like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like this, do you know what I mean? It was like, no. So, you know what I mean? I managed to stop, like, getting any further, like, you know, it's like trying to stop any more sin coming in, you know what I mean? You just gotta, like, yeah, if only I could foresee these sort of things, but you can't always do that. But anyway, I suppose he's moulding me as I go along, so he lets, like Satan have a bit of access to people. See how far they can take it and how much a person can have the strength, and, you know, just keep on fighting in there, guys, and hold on in. Get prepared as well. Get your water, your freeze-dried food, whatever you can, loot rolls. There's another little tip as well. You know, when there's no water, right, when they take the grid down one way or another, yeah, they'll take the grid down for a while, right? You'll have no electric or anything. What you do is you get, just a little tip. I know it sounds funny, but in the loo area, when you go to the bathroom, right, there's going to be no more water coming through your system. And you can have, every now and then, just have your water supplies and just fill the tank up once. And every blue moon, what you do is you put a black bag in there. You do all your business in there. You do, you know what I mean? You do all that. So your number 2 goes in a bag. If you just line it on the toilet itself and then put the seat on top of that, yeah, and then do your business, and that's it. You can just wrap it up well and take it outside. Yeah, I mean, your number ones, I suppose, have got to go down there, but that's why you need to flush it every now and then, but you can't flush it every time, you know what I mean? So you need to preserve your water, but that's a tip for you. If you can get a bag that will hold fluid, then yeah, you're on a bonus, man. You don't need to use any water that you need to, like, just wash your hands and face and have a bit to drink, like, you know what I mean? So just find ways as much as you can to preserve your water supply, because this thing's going down, and they're going to make it awkward for everyone. Right, so get prepared. I've got to go on another watch. See you in a bit. Ta-ta.